Good morning. I'm sorry that I am kind of late. It's a little later than I wanted to. It's okay. I'm picking up, and I'm in my car where I'm just finished picking up our Walmart pickup order of groceries. Sorry, the light is terrible. It's 8 in the morning in Florida, so you know. Yes, so I'm in the Walmart parking lot because they said it would be ready right at 8, and I thought, well, that's convenient. You kind of got to take whatever slot you can get, you know? So, yes, we have our groceries. We had one substitution this time that I said no to. So if you don't know how to do pickup, you tell them what you want, and then if they don't have something, they'll give you something else instead that's like the same thing. So it's like if they don't have if they're out of like 18 eggs, they'll give you 2 dozen eggs. And this time I ordered plastic drinking straws for Steven's birthday cake, and they sent us with a baby pink tablecloth. And I pulled up to the thing, and she came over with the groceries, and I said, oh, I don't want the substitution this time. And she goes, you don't? Oh, okay. And then looks down and goes, oh, I forgot your tablecloth. No, that's the substitution. So anyway, that's my story today. So we are reading Psalm 33. And when I was picking some readings last week for this week, I was reading some stuff over the weekend, and I came to this one, and for a second I thought, oh, like, does this fit with our trust focus this week? And then I read it and I got a little further, and I thought, I think it does. To me it does. And because when we feel like we need an extra measure of trust, when we need that reassurance, that trust in God, when we're feeling lacking in our trust, for me it's, all the time. Sometimes we just need that reminder of God's power and glory, just to be reminded. We've talked about that a couple times already, but Sarah Young wrote earlier this week about that our supernatural response can be praise and thanksgiving instead of being complaint and downheartedness. So I'm excited to read this psalm together. The title of it in my Bible is Psalm 33, Praise of God's Power and Providence. So let's read this. Psalm 33. Rejoice, you righteous, in the Lord. Praise from the upright is fitting. Give thanks to the Lord on the harp. On the 10-stringed lyre offer praise. Sing to him a new song. Skillfully play with joyful chant. For the Lord's word is upright. All his works are trustworthy. He loves justice and right. The earth is full of the mercy of the Lord. By the Lord's word the heavens were made. By the breath of his mouth all their host. He gathered the waters of the sea as a mound. He sets the deep into storage vaults. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all who dwell in the world show him reverence. For he spoke, and it came to be. He commanded, and it stood in place. The Lord foils the plans of nations, frustrates the designs of peoples. But the plan of the Lord stands forever, the designs of his heart through all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people chosen as his inheritance. From heaven the Lord looks down and observes the children of Adam. From his dwelling place he surveys all who dwell on earth. The one who fashioned together their hearts is the one who knows all their works. A king is not saved by a great army, nor a warrior delivered by great strength. Useless is the horse for safety. Despite its great strength, it cannot be saved. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon those who fear him, upon those who count on his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive through famine. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and shield. For in him our hearts rejoice. In his holy name we trust. May your mercy, Lord, be upon us as we put our hope in you. I made a little doodle in my Bible of that last little part when I was reading this before. For in him our hearts rejoice. In his holy name we trust. May your mercy, Lord, be upon us as we put our hope in you. Those are such trustful words and also such joyful words. You saw me not be able to stop smiling reading this. This is such a cool psalm to end the week of trust on. Instead of we had some lament and we had some suffering and fearing the Lord, and now we just have, wow, look how powerful God is, and look how much he can and will and is doing for the people who fear him and are his people. I love in verse 21, I just said, but that it is in his holy name that we trust. It's, that's Christ's I am, and that's, changing Peter's name, that names are so important. It's in God's name that the very essence of himself is. His name contains everything about him. If we need to trust in something, I wrote down, that's what it should be. If we need something to trust in, the name of God should be it. That has with it all of this power and providence from this psalm, and everything we've been reading this week, and everything through the whole Bible is in order to glorify the name of God. I also thought of this very last verse, that as we put our hope in the Lord, that's when his mercy will be upon us. And I kind of picture that this verse and some other verses too as this kind of circular relationship almost, that we hope in God. We talk about, I think Ivy wrote the other day about our expectation of God's deliverance and our sure and certain hope of the Lord's coming. And so that hope we have drives us to prayer, and in prayer is where we're able to commune with God and receive the mercy of God, and God's mercy on us pours out his grace that allows us to live our lives in his praise, and that grace is what gives us the assurance of our hope, and the hope drives us to prayer. And when we're meditating when we're in prayer and when we're receiving God's grace, that's when we have this glorious cycle of being in communion with him and being able to get all we need from him, and knowing the name of God better, and knowing that we can trust him for anything. And that is what kind of this psalm impressed on me this week, these last couple verses, and what I hope it is able to do for you as well. So I'm going to drive my groceries home. Have a great time reading Psalm 33 if you haven't already, and please let me know what you think. Bye.